Beer. Are we recording?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's an outtake then. All right, no problem. No problem. What's going on, guys? Happy New Year once again. Hey, it's probably going to be one of the last few times that I say this, but I usually like to say it a couple of more times during the first week of the new calendar year. Here we are already in February. We have Valentine's Day right around the corner. And if it's Valentine's Day right around the corner, you know what that means. Yes, it's the 7th annual Slow Jamming with Lee special. I'll give you guys the skinny on that later on here, but welcome. Lee Sanders here. Here we are once again with another unboxing and unveiling. We're doing a couple this go round. Now, the first installment that we're doing, we got a new month, a new crate from Pro Wrestling Crate. And then in another video, yours truly actually took part in the Spotify Google Mini promotion, where you basically got a Google Mini for free just for signing up for Spotify service for just 3 months. So that's what's in here. That's going to be in a separate video. But for now, we are talking about the Pro Wrestling Crate. So myself and Tammy, we have enjoyed doing these unboxings and unveilings for you guys for Pro Wrestling Crate by Pro Wrestling Tees for essentially a year. There was only 2 crates that I can recall we did not do. So essentially, when you add up all the months from when we started about the same time last year, this now marks our 10th crate. There was only 2 months that we actually had missed. How about that? So definitely stick around, because on top of showing you guys the goods in this and me reacting to the goods inside, we're also going to be giving our candid thoughts on what we think about the subscription overall, essentially now that we've done a year of this subscription service. And we're going to put it on you guys next to try to let us know maybe what subscriptions we should check out in the near future from other companies that maybe you've been eyeing, but you're not really sure that maybe you'd like for us to try out instead. So please provide that feedback. But in the meantime, let's get to it. Let's see what's inside the box. All right, I got my trusty knife with me as always. And at the time that we are doing this, there is a State of the Union address. And boy, I've never seen so much self-sucking before in my entire life. That's all I have to say with regards to that. Try to keep it political free here as best as I can. All right, so this month's theme, oh Canada, oh Canada, Canada, Canada. Next month's theme is Retro Wrestlers. That features Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, Double A, Arn Anderson, Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, Ric Flair, woo, it'd be nice, Kamala, Andy Kaufman, and Jerry the King Lawler. Wow, excuse me. A little bit of the bubbly. Jerry the King Lawler, he's popped up quite a few times in these crates in some form over the past 10 months. Has he not, hon?
At least a couple times.
At least a couple of times, yeah. At least a couple of times. Because before this, there was something he was incorporated with Jim Ross on. I can't quite remember what it was, but I remember there was something a couple of months ago where they were both featured in the crate. I don't know if it was a picture together or what, but yeah. All right, so let's see what we got here. This is all about Canada, right? Let's see what we got here. Kenny Omega. Nice. That's nice. That is nice. Okay, so he's kind of giving himself the Akuma from the acclaimed Street Fighter video game franchise, right? He's kind of reimagined himself as that. And if you watch AEW, you know that a lot of the AEW guys are big into the video games, especially the fighting games. So that's pretty badass. That is pretty badass. I like that. That is a really awesome design. It really is. Now, if you were to ask me if I would wear this out in public, I don't think so. And I'm going to tell you the reason why is because I can just picture myself walking down the street And I just picture people going, damn, did he get that shirt from the thrift store or something? Because my God, that's Akuma. It's clear as day. I don't really think that many people, at least the parts where I frequent, are gonna know that, oh, that's a wrestling reference, and yeah, Kenny Omega. So, cause I mean, the first thing I'm thinking about is Street Fighter Akuma. So I think only if I'm at a wrestling event will people get it. And because 9 times out of 10, they're going to know about AEW. They're going to know about New Japan Pro Wrestling. They're going to definitely know about Kenny Omega if they follow Kenny Omega. That's my only concern. But other than that, this is a badass design. But I can definitely see myself at a later date putting this up on the prize wall. But shout out to the artists from Pro Wrestling Tees, 1 Hour Tees here. This for the Pro Wrestling crate here. This is a badass design. I love it. I do love it. I do love it. Let's see. So we'll put that right there. Let's see what we got next here. Ooh, Edge. Perfect timing too. Because the man just came back. Rated R. Living on the edge since 1998. And the timing of this is great because Edge is back. I love this funky retro type of theme that's going on here. It's got like a Creedence Clearwater Revival meets some type of a old Led Zeppelin album cover, so to speak, right? But it's got the touch of Canada in there as well. I like that. That's actually pretty damn good. I like that. And it's very subtle the way that you can wear this. So, I mean, you can essentially wear this everywhere, and not that many people are really going to know what you're rocking unless they either know they're wrestlers like that. So this is kind of slick, because some places where you work, they don't allow you to wear wrestling attire and all that. I never forget. I remember when I was working in retail several years back, I was pushing a shirt from HBK Shawn Michaels, and it was "Don't Hunt What You Can't Kill." And as you would imagine, that lasted but so long as management was like, yeah, you gotta do something about that shirt. Like, whoa, what's going on? It's a little extreme. Like, but people are hunting meats. I'm sorry, people are buying meats and all that type of stuff all the time. I don't understand. What's the big deal? Don't hunt what you can't kill. Like, that's the truth. But I guess because it had the word kill. Yeah. Hey, cool. We got a Kevin Owens, aka a Kevin Steen collector's pin. Let me bring that up a little bit more here. How badass is that? That is badass. I like that. Cool. We got a Bret Hitman Hart micro brawler. Let me bring that in closer here. Oh, that is freaking sweet. The Hitman. And let me flip it. Let me flip it here. I like showing you guys what's going on in the back. Show you the front one more time. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like that. One of these days, I got to do a video where you guys can see what is going on with my micro brawler collection so far. All right, High Spots Wrestling Network presents Canada's finest. All right, see what we got here. On this edition of High Spots Presents, we take a look up north to Canada at some of the greatest professional wrestlers to come out of the Great White North. Canadians are known as some of the nicest people on the planet, but once inside the squared circle, they will kick your butt. Join us as we examine Canada's finest. From Bret Hart to Kenny Omega to Roddy Piper to Chris Jericho, Canada is full of some of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. So sit back and enjoy as we present Canada's finest, featuring Rick Martel, Jacques Ronnet, Ivan Koloff, Christian, PCO, Kevin Owens, Edge, Owen Hart, Kenny Omega, Roddy Piper, Bret Hart, Chris Jericho. Looking forward to reviewing that. That sounds pretty damn good. Looking forward to that. All right. We got 2 more things in here from what I see. Tales from the Road. Interesting. Headlock Comics. Hey, we're very familiar with Headlock Comics. We've seen the creator of Headlock Comics make their round a couple of times at Comic-Con events. Matter of fact, we've seen him a couple of times now at Awesome Con out here in the nation's capital. One year it was him and Jerry Lawler. I can't recall who was with him the other times, but usually we see him. We see Rob Feinstein, the RF Video people. Who else we usually see? Yeah, there's usually a few people, but he always frequents the Comic Cons, especially the Awesome Con one. I'll show you guys a little bit of the artwork here. All right, so the writers is J. Christian Resso. Oh, so Christian, WWE's Christian. And then you got Mike Kingston. Artists, Doug Hill, 1 through 2. Tony Gregory, 3 through 12. Okay, cool. So, all right, this looks pretty good. I like this. Okay. It's nice. Yeah, you can see the departure in the artwork as it goes from one artist to another. You can see the change. Yeah, you can definitely see the change. Okay. Okay, I like this. I gotta check this out. Cover art by Jerry the King Lawler. Oh, so the cover art is by Jerry? Is that right? Nice. All right, gotta check this out. I'll do a full review for this one. Definitely want to check that out, promise. All right, and we're down to our photo of the month. There's no charity thing for this month. It's probably on the back of the card, as always, letting us know what happened. Okay, let's see what we got here. I have no idea who's in here, guys. Your guess is as good as mine. And I sincerely mean that. I never cheat when it comes to these things, so I seriously, I don't know who's in here. Let's see, which way do we do it? Looks like we're going this way. All right. What are we thinking? It's a Canada theme, right? Canada's best. So who are we thinking? Who is not in here? How about, well, we got a Bret Hart micro brawler, right? We got Edge. We got Steen. We got Kenny Omega. How about Jericho? Yeah. What about something from Jericho? Nah. Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd. It would have been nice to get something with Jericho. I definitely was right there with you. Tyson Kidd is pretty freaking cool. That's nice. Nice. I like that. Cool. Okay, so let's put that right there. All right, so let's recap one more time as the lovely Tams shows us what all we got. Just to recap. All right, so kicking off our crate box for this month of February, Canada, oh Canada. Ring Father, Kenny Omega t-shirt. Street Fighter Akuma style version. Pretty badass design, I gotta tell you. Of all the designs I've seen over the course of the past 10 months, that's one of my top favorite designs. That's how much I really like that shirt. It's a great design. And then we have the Living on the Edge t-shirt. Zoom in on that one. Pretty badass. We've got our Bret, the Hitman Hart micro brawler. That's one of my favorite micro brawlers. I like the points of articulation in that one. They did a really good job. We've got the Christian Cage Headlocked mini comic book. I know you gotta go all the way there, but... And then we have the Tyson Kidd autograph 8x10. Followed up with the Canada's Finest High Spots DVD. And our Kevin Steen Blood Pen. And as always, 10% off your next order on ProWrestlingTees.com. So all wrestlers or their families work with Pro Wrestling Tees to receive royalties from using their likeliness. That's something I haven't seen previously before down at the bottom. So that's kind of, maybe that's always been there. Who knows? And this month's charity was the Marcus Crane Recovery Fund. If you want to learn a little bit more, go to gofundme.com/F/Mark hyphen Probanz, Pobanz, hyphen Marcus, hyphen Crane, hyphen recovery, hyphen fund. Yeah, camera lady, I need your help right here. It's pretty long, the GoFundMe link. What I'll do is I'll include that in the episode description. I'll tag it so you guys can check out more info with regards to that. So that is this month's theme. So I gotta tell you, great theme. I enjoyed it. For me, the designs that stand out, once again, I can't give enough praise for the Kenny Omega shirt. I think that is phenomenal. I also gotta put over the Edge. The Edge one is good as well. I wish that the Edge shirt would have been something more along the lines of Edge's face or something like that. It really would have been nice too. But then you wouldn't have been able to do the whole playing with the words of the R and the Edge, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's still a copyright and trademark under WWE. So they did the very best that they could, but you still could have played around, I personally feel, with somehow trying to incorporate his face maybe. But as it is, it's a great design and everything. I am impressed with the DVD. I'm very curious what that entails, if maybe there's some matches included in there. Can't wait for that. Love the micro brawler. Tyson Kidd, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people had said what they're probably thinking with regards to Tyson Kidd. Well, hey, look, I appreciate Tyson Kidd and everything, but not for nothing. He hasn't wrestled in several years, and unfortunate because of the neck injury that he has sustained and everything. The guy hasn't been active. My God, feels like it's been almost 10 years, give or take. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little small minority of people that were kind of looking at the autograph joint going, well, I mean, that's nice, but he hasn't been active. So, you know, and I'm sure people would be like, nah, man, you should have put Jericho in his place, or insert whatever name you want to insert, right? And it's understandable. And again, the way we try to do these unboxings and everything, I'm not doing these to play kiss up to Pro Wrestling Tees or anything like that. If you've checked out these Pro Wrestling Crate reviews, I always keep it as unbiased. I try to be as neutral as humanly possible. And if anything, try to offer ways of improvement and everything. And they do appreciate that. I do see that, you know, if there's things that they're not considering, that once we bring it to their attention, they go, okay, we're taking that under consideration. And they do. They really do a good job in listening, I personally feel. But yeah, I really would not be surprised if you had a small minority of people that go, he hasn't been active for a good amount of time. The headlock thing, the comic, I think that's great. And, you know, I think that the biggest travesty of it all is that the headlocked comic book and the artists, they aren't as popular as we would like them to be. Cause I think the guy behind it is freaking really cool, very laid back and everything. And, you know, I think more people definitely need to go out of their way and make the investment and checking that out and everything. Maybe one of these days we can have him on the show. Camera lady, what did you think about this month's crate?
I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was some real gems in there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of agree with you on the photo. Actually, what would have been really badass is if they would have done Owen Hart.
Yeah.
I don't know that would have been possible, or Chris Jericho, or...
Here's where it gets tricky. And I like exactly what you said with regards to Owen Hart. Here's where things get tricky with Owen Hart. Do you go on ahead and do you take a Owen Hart image that gets the green light by the widow, by the family, right, by the estate, and then do you go ahead and reproduce his signature on those photos, right? You know, would they be okay with doing something like that? See, that's where it gets a little, that's a little touchy for some people, right? And Lord knows, ever since Stan Lee passed away, oh, they've got machines that have been copying exactly how his signature was. And I mean, whole kinds of, and a lot of this stuff was kicking before he even died. while he was still making his rounds to conventions, right? But it's a practice that's still going on. I'm with you though, with the connection that they have with AEW and everything, they being pro wrestling tees. I'm really surprised that as far as Jericho goes, that they didn't go, hey, you know, we got the AEW connection, Jericho, that's the way to go. Even if it was a case where you decided you want to do Painmaker, Chris Jericho, where he's got the makeup and all that now, you want to have that version. Well, hey, look, not for nothing. That's the more recent version of Chris Jericho, right? That's AEW Chris Jericho. That's New Japan Pro Wrestling Chris Jericho. I think fans would have been okay with that. He's been AEW champion for how many months now? You could have easily slid in an AEW Jericho version, even him with the championship, have him sign it. You would have been fine, right? Or you could have just minus a title. I'm with you on the Jericho thing though. What did you think about, the rest of the stuff?
I mean, the rest of the stuff I thought was really good. Great quality.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, great in getting around some of the, what do you call it? Not title, but, copyright.
Yeah.
As far as WWE.
Yeah, exactly. Do I have the right brainwave with regards to the Kenny Omega shirt?
Depends on where you wear it, but yeah.
Exactly. I thought so. I hope I wasn't being too critical. That was my whole thing. So, you know, like I said, we've done this for about almost a year now. And, you know, in a nutshell, not to make it long drawn out, in a nutshell, now that we've done it for essentially a year, because there was only 2 crates that we missed, I would say it's a great subscription service. If you follow multiple wrestling promotions and you pretty much know who's who and everything, and you want to support your favorite wrestler, right? Or up and coming wrestler or what have you, and you've got essentially $30 to $40 to spend every month, then I would say go ahead and make the investment. I've never had an issue with any crate from the time that money is deducted from my account to when they are released in the mail. It's like clockwork, to the point that if you're following them on social media, they always let you know, hey, we just sent it out. Everybody should be getting the email, because it's automated, systematic thing, you know, and sure enough, you get the email, tells you when it's going to be there. We estimate it's going to be there by, and sure enough, that's the case. In the 10 months that I've had my pro wrestling crate subscription, there was only one month where there was a slight delay, and it had to do with snow, not in our area, but from Chicago coming to here, there was some issues with the weather. And as a result of that, there was a delay by probably about 2 days at most, but it's come on time when it's supposed to. I've gotten my goods, no problem whatsoever. You see the type of box that it's in, no type of sabotaging or opening of the contents by somebody else, is safe, is secure. I wish that, you know, when you guys see the crate like this, every time we do the introduction and everything, and you see me always have the crate essentially like this is how it comes. It does not come in a brown paper wrapping or anything like that. So any and everybody knows what's going on here. They kind of can put 2 and 2 together that this is some type of a crate subscription or whatever. So if you live in a residential area or something like that, my best advice, especially if you're a little bit concerned about porch pirates and all that, try to see if you can set something up with your family member or loved one to be able to intercept. Or if you can, you know, maybe get a PO box that's close to your job or school, or, you know, maybe see if a neighbor that you know is always home during that time frame, if they can either intercept it, or you just have your subscription be mailed to them and you pick it up from them when you get home from work or school. That's the best advice I can give you if you're a little bit concerned about porch pirates. I live in a residential area. Me and Mrs., you know, we have our own home, and in the year basically that we've gotten our subscriptions, We've never had an issue whatsoever. It's come when it's supposed to come. Anything you'd like to add on top with regards to the subscription, overall, what you've been experiencing and everything, and the advice you want to give to folks?
Well, I mean, honestly, as far as any advice, I would say pick your crates to what your likes are, what you think your interests are going to be for that month. And if it's something that you want to pass upon because it's not something that you're just not that into that month, you can always skip it. Come back next month.
Which is exactly what we did. That's why we don't have the full year under our belt, because there were some months where we said, yeah, we'll skip that one, and it's very simple. You don't have to be on the phone with anybody. You don't have to go through no hoopla of back and forth emails. You just go into your account in the window that you're supposed to go in, which is honestly plenty of time, because they don't start charging you again until about the 25th, 26th or 27th of the following month, or that month rather. That's when they charge you again for the next crate. So you have enough time to go in, and you're done in 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds or less tops to just, okay, I want to cancel, I'm out. And it's a one-click joint. That's it. But it's been fun. Like I said, we've done this for about a year. We are officially done now with this crate. And it's kind of cool how things came full circle, because I remember the same time last year, we did do some type of a Canadian theme. So I think it's fun that everything's come full circle and we're ending right at about when we essentially started. So like I said, we're going to be doing other unboxings and reviews for you all. Whatever you want us to check out, let us know in the comment section. Get at us on social media, and we'll definitely take it under advisement. There is something called something Yum. It's a subscription kit, but basically it's kind of similar like this, but it's food, and it's food from all around the world, different foods. So we're talking stuff from Canada, stuff from Japan, Africa, Mexico, all kinds of foods that's in the box for about the same amount of money. I was thinking about maybe trying something out like that for a few months, see what you guys think or whatever, right? But yeah, I'm looking at that and some other stuff as well. So hey, real quick, before we get ready to roll out of here, I mentioned it at the top. The 7th annual Slow Jamming with Lee special, it returns Friday night, Valentine's Day night, 12:01 a.m. Eastern. You'll be able to catch it live streaming only on Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com. I'll have the link in the episode description. Check it out. If you got some requests, hey, love to know what those requests are. Do yourselves a favor, especially if you've never checked out the Slow Jamming with Lee special. Check out last year's and the previous year to get a good idea of what you can expect, and then come at me with your requests. There was one year, and I love telling the story. There was one year we had a long-time listener request Shakira, Wherever, Whenever. And I said, bro, ain't that type of, that ain't a slow jam, dude. Like, come on now. Go listen to the joint. And he listened to the joint, and he listened to the last special, and he, oh yeah, sorry, dude. It's like, okay, no problem. It's like, but yeah, no Shakira, no MC Hammer, none, Pumps in the Bump. I know some of you guys, that's kind of romantic. That's not the type of slow ballads we're talking about. You guys are looking for the hit it and roll out already. But no, Slow Jamming with Lee, it comes back Valentine's Day night. So that's going to be fun. Check that out. And let's see what else, before I let you guys go. There's really nothing else. We got another unboxing that we're going to be doing, and that's going to be dropping very, very soon. So make sure you check that out. Hey, get at us. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Use the keywords, the RCWR show. And until next go round, please smash that like button. Make sure if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe so you always know about new upcoming content coming your way. And we will see you next go round. Everybody do take care.